Okay, I just want to add to my video lesson that I just made about the first week of January 2020. I forgot if I put in Reli and Auvi when I was going over it, but these are great plays I want to go over. Here we got Reli. Let's see what to move for. Ah, perfect. Yeah. Okay. So this is another one that I was talking. What I was talking about was buying right below the breakout level as it's holding VWAP uptrending, because we're not really getting that third, fourth leg up after the consolidation around the breakout. So here the breakout levels around 830. This case it actually did have a decent consolidation area. It was pretty choppy, without a doubt, but in this area you get the consolidation, and in this case you get a solid breakout. I was taking this, I think my average ended up being in the 860, 864, I remember, 866 to 10, right? 1 second. Yeah, okay, perfect. So I had to chase a little bit, and I was getting into this area right here. Um, this case it was showing that it was holding, wasn't following what I was saying, until we get to this where we get this solid move. Excuse me. You get the consolidation. We get a solid move. This one isn't bad at all, but it just dies off. Just so not used to that. Well, actually, this one was tricky because it would open up red and then come back. Except for that last day there, but yeah, I really wanted to go over this one because I thought this was a good breakout play to go over. Low float, uptrending, holding up near the highs, good volume. I believe it was I was getting to all-time highs as well, which is why I was expecting more than just quick tap of 10, mid tens. Because over the nines, 9.5, it was all-time highs, and that's why in my head I kind of made this an example of not getting the continuation. We got the burst through the all-time highs, slap back, consolidates. In this case, not does not work out. Um, Another one, AUVI. This was a little breakout over the 280s, but it gapped up. So on the day that I was trading it, so I was looking at it as a breakout and a hold of 3. I was looking for a test of the high threes, 4-ish. Um, did not end up getting that, but I was getting it down here near the double bottom, VWAP, open price reclaim. Um, I did take one loss on it here. I did get in premature, I'm pretty sure. But came back here, got in, sized up, got my quick move to, what was it? What was I thinking? Oh, I was thinking of selling the 350. I did sell in 350s, 355, I believe. Um, so yeah, I was thinking it would get to the mid five or threes, because that would have been 10% for me or just over. And like I've been saying, that's what I've been trying to do. Just take my quick gains. Things are not just continuing. This would be something. Yeah, it doesn't have the greatest chart, but I could also see this continue higher. Especially with that low float, and it was doing good volume that day. It was holding up. Certainly expected more, but it got stuffed right here in the high threes, and that was that. So once it got a little vertical here, and we got that volume perk, I saw that as my signals to look to sell. Looking at that as an indicator for somewhat towards the end of the move. Um, People are just getting squeezed out, final washout to the upside before it starts tanking and shorts take over. Because once you get that extreme volume perk, usually that does mean the end is near. Unless obviously it holds up, consolidates nicely, then it could certainly keep going. But I certainly use it once it gets vertical. I start using that as an indicator to get out. And this week that has been saving me. So yeah, not to make this one go into 10-11 minutes like the previous video, because I'm really only going over these two tickers. Just want to go over perfect low floats. One of them, obviously a breakout, just failing to totally continue. You get a decent spike, of course, but it has a hard time continuing. And I didn't show on this one. We did have resistance right above in the 950s. So even though we did have that breakout right around the 830s, it did perk through it this day. Like this is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. How in the previous video lesson, you got to buy it on that VWAP holding trend, prematurely almost, because it's just gonna burst right through. We had that 830 break, like I said, goes right through it, offers 10%, offers even more than that. But if you hold on just for a bit too long, this is tanking. You don't want to stick around, because then you have no choice but to sell for a much smaller gain or a loss. So that's not what you really want. And yeah, I was just fortunate that it held up this second day and came back and offered the fake out over the 950s. And once we got that extended volume right here, I was out. Like I said, it starts getting a little vertical. I really wanted to be out on this one in the 970s in here, because I saw that as getting vertical, but it held up for a little bit, gave it a chance, got lucky, gave me another quick little perk. You had a couple fake outs here. It'd go from 970s, 80s, 990, barely right below 10, come back, then we had a quick perk right above 10. So this was showing a bunch of choppiness near a key psychological level. So that was a good indicator as well that the end was close on this one. So I'll leave you with that. Hope these two video lessons break down the week and give some good nuggets of information. But yeah, time to go study up and enjoy the weekend.